My parents were considerably happier despite missing her, and I was finally able to have peace in my home. I finished my studies, got a good job in my field, bought a house, and moved, marrying the woman of my dreams. My sister remained missing during all this time, without even saying hello or updating us on her current situation. We were all at peace, but unfortunately, my mother had a serious accident while returning from a work trip. Her health insurance covered less than half of what the hospital asked for, and we had no one else to turn to for the rest of the money. So, as a last resort, I sold my car and my house to pay for her treatment. At that exact moment, my sister somehow found out about all of this and returned to our city to see her. She said she wanted to help and asked how she could contribute to paying for the treatment. I told her all the money was in my mother's account and she could donate there. I know we shouldn't have trusted her, but we simply didn't believe she would do what she did. A week later, when it was time to make the first installment payment to the hospital, my mother checked her bank account and found that almost all the money had simply disappeared. Upon calling the bank, they informed us that not only did my sister never donate anything, but the money from the account had been transferred to one in her name, and the transfer had been made from my mother's phone. My mother wasn't conscious, so it was obvious who had done this, and we immediately went looking for my sister, but of course, she had already fled with the money. Unfortunately, due to this, we couldn't afford my mother's treatment, and she passed away. We were all devastated, especially me, who had sacrificed all my achievements to save her. However, the biggest surprise came later. A week after my mother passed away, my sister called me, saying she would be returning to the city to claim the inheritance and would then go back home. Before I could say anything, she told me I would simply be wasting my time trying to report her because she would leave the country again once she received the inheritance. But what she didn't know was that I was recording the entire conversation. In my country, she could indeed do that and get away before being arrested. Still, having admitted that she would do so, the police can simply apprehend her when she goes to the inheritance court until the entire process is concluded. She doesn't know this, and she'll be here tomorrow, and I can't wait to see her arrested. You can now check if there's a part 2 by pressing share and more.